Wilderness Youth Project is an organization here in Santa Barbara that focuses on helping kids be nature connected throughout their development, be it in preschool, elementary school, or high school. Really, we're looking for kids to have a space where they can discover nature and discover places of wild character, as I like to say, on their own terms, find out what interests them, and hopefully develop a deep connection with it that benefits them and allows us culturally to stay connected to a world and handle any upcoming complexities. We're celebrating 25 years this year, and contrived as it is, it's a marker. We used to talk primarily about, nature connection, and sometimes we would just say that phrase and people would be like, oh yeah, like nature connection. And other times we'd say the phrase and people were like, that doesn't really mean anything, right? Like, what is nature connection? Luckily, now there is a battery of research that shows how spending unstructured free time outside is good for basically anything you can come up with. Physical development is related positively towards early onset of heart disease, asthma, airway conditions, physical conditions, stress reduction, gains in executive function, socializing for kids. The research has been able to demonstrate that spending time in the natural world is good on so many accounts that it becomes, as you can tell, almost laborious. And at some point, Wilderness Youth Project came up with its tagline as a result, where we just said nature makes kids healthier, happier, and smarter. And that was research driven. We know that the outdoors is good for kids. We know it is fundamental to their physical, emotional, social development. And so this should be happening for every kid. There's a lot of places that are the first, either getting up on top of the mountains or, believe it or not, going to the beach or making their own fire. Something like that is an absolute first for them as well. But more, the first for most kids is spending that chunk of time where they really feel like they are taking care of themselves, where their agenda matters, and where they can begin to really feel an authentic sense of independence. Every summer is a learning curve for us. In school year, families wake up in the morning and they send their kid to the school. So that's simple. Summertime's not always like that. Unfortunately, the day that school ends, life for mom, dad, or the family or whoever doesn't change. Generally, their job doesn't have a summer break. Wilderness Youth Project has taken an additional step of hiring a summer transportation coordinator, where now we actually run like a little minibus earlier in the morning to that has a route to pick up some of those kids. Last year, one of the things that raised its head over the summer was a lot of food insecurity and making sure that we had good, nutritious, and ample food for kids throughout a full day. Each program is about 12 kids. In one of my programs, we probably had 5 that absolutely were not bringing food, and some others that could have stood an upgrade for what they were bringing. And so sure enough, we just turned around and when we met them the next morning, we were like, what do you guys like to eat? Do you ever grill with your family? Do you ever, go? And they're like, yeah, we do this. And we would just go to the store and get the stuff and go somewhere in Santa Barbara where there was a grill and make food. And it was like one of my favorite programs of the whole summer. And I'm gonna be carrying that going into this summer. When we're doing for the school year, it's like you can feel like you're contributing to this big initiative, like Wilderness Youth Project in schools, take every fourth grader. And in the summer, we're just supporting individual kids, but the need is still absolutely there because thus far, Wilderness Youth Project still does not turn away anyone based on their ability to pay. So we absolutely still need donors to support our scholarship funds at Wilderness Youth Project for this coming summer, for kids getting placed in these summer camps. Once we have done all of that work, we absolutely, at the end of that conversation, want to make sure that money is not the issue that keeps that kid or that family from being able to do those programs.